This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
The Asian American Pacific Islander Nurses Association of Nevada presents Healthy Mondays with AAPINA of Nevada. Start the week healthy and right with interesting conversations on living a healthy lifestyle. And now, your Healthy Mondays host, Dr. Mary Faye Axon Armstrong.
Good evening, magandang gabi po sa inyong lahat. Naimbaga Rabi, maayong gabi sa inyong tanan. I'm yours truly, Dr. Mary Faye Axon Armstrong, founding president and immediate past president of the Asian American Pacific Islander Nurses Association of Nevada and professor in nursing at Roseman University College of Nursing. Here we are again in a Monday night, Healthy Mondays. Lots of information that we would like to share with you tonight. And wow, it's already November and it's over half of November. Can you imagine that? It's already Thanksgiving. Next week is already Thanksgiving. All these holidays, all stressing out. What am I going to get? How am I going to prepare our Thanksgiving dinner? It's stressful. So here's Thanksgiving and then Christmas is coming and then New Year's is coming and 2022 is coming. Oh my gosh. So how stressful that can be. So tonight, we have a very special guest. She is the Senior Program Associate with the Monday Campaigns and a former sixth grade teacher. She has a master's in health education degree from Teachers College, Columbia University. Ms. Megan Crowley, welcome to Healthy Mondays, Megan.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited to be with you tonight.
Yeah, so before we dive into our topic, would you like to share with our listeners out there a little bit something about you and how you started with Healthy Mondays campaign?
Yeah, so as Mary Life suggested, I started my career as a sixth grade teacher. So I loved being in the classroom and teaching students, but then realized that maybe I would like to go outside of the classroom and do education from a different perspective. So I did a little work in regulatory education in tobacco and pharmaceutical space. And then I went and got my master's at Columbia University in health education. And I landed at the Monday campaigns because it was the perfect balance between teaching people and, getting that classroom and building curriculum, but also impacting health outcomes. So it felt like the perfect marriage of my past experience. And I am thrilled to be here on what I hope is a healthy Monday for you all.
Yes, thank you for joining us tonight. This is actually a community outreach by the organization that we founded, 10 founding members here in the Valley of Southern Nevada. And, we'll never know where our passion will take us, right? So my passion was to teach preschoolers, and I didn't know God has greater plans of me teaching our future professional nurses. Nevertheless, we're still teaching, right? That passion to teach others, share our knowledge and skills to other people so then they can better their lives also. And that's the mission and vision of our radio show tonight. So Megan has a lot of information about De-Stress on Monday. Maybe Megan, you can start sharing with us how De-Stress on Monday started.
Yeah, so De-Stress Monday, which is part of the broader Healthy Monday umbrella, is one of the programs within the Monday campaign's portfolio. And it's really about helping people start each week with a positive frame of mind and giving you all tools that you can better help manage stress, improve your focus, and have a healthier mindset throughout the week. If you start off Monday on a healthy kind of low stress foot, maybe it'll carry out throughout the rest of the week. And our research has shown that that's true. So if we can give you some tools, some ideas, some easy practices that you can do on a Monday, it can help your health and your mindset and your general well-being for the rest of the week. So that's kind of the idea behind De-Stress Monday.
So it's as simple as Happy Monday. That would set the tone for a positive outlook all week, right? Mm-hmm. So start on Monday. So maybe you can talk more in detail about the De-Stress on Monday and the focus, maybe population and how it relates to our listeners out there.
So we have found that especially in the last year and a half to 2 years, stress has been at an all-time high. We're all dealing with the pandemic. We're dealing with disruptions in work, in school, which we'll talk a little bit about later. But in general, we're all managing stress in different ways. Sometimes we're working from home still in some cases. I know I certainly am. So De-Stress Monday is particularly relevant right now and is important for us all to build our toolkit and simple ways that we can help ourselves before we can help others. I always go back to that saying, when you're on an airplane and they say, put your oxygen mask on first before helping others. It's the same thing with stress management, right? You are not going to serve your community, your family, anyone who's dependent on you, if you aren't managing your own stress and your own mental health correctly. So this is like a little bit of, we talked about, I think Sherry Snelling on a prior episode talked about Caregiver Monday. This is like Self-Care Monday, de-stress for ourselves so we can be the best version of ourselves for our community, our friends. And so that's kind of.
Yeah, so you can't, self-care, you can't help others the best you can if you're not taking care of yourself. Right?
Exactly.
And you can give more. If you take care of yourself and you're the best of health, you can give more to others in that aspect, right?
Exactly.
So maybe you can start talk about the school. I think the focus, one of the main focus of the De-Stress Monday is to help the teachers and the students and also the family, because you, just like in healthcare, when you take care of a patient, you involve the family in the discharge planning, in the plan of care for the patient. In this aspect, we include the family of the students, right? How are they going to address stress, especially during the holidays?
Yes, we are entering what is a wonderful but very stressful season, where I think we're next week or this week. Time is going by so fast. It's this week is Thanksgiving, which is crazy. So as Marilife mentioned, the De-Stress Monday at School program is a component of De-Stress Monday, and it is geared towards helping teachers manage their own stress, anxiety, get sleep better, so they can serve their students and be better teachers. And likewise, within the program, there are both things for teachers to do and students to do, because students also, we're little people, feel stress too, and they absorb their environment. This has been a very stressful, 2 years for them too, disruptions in their life. So my hope for you all is that for any student or child in your life, even if you are not a teacher, some of these practices you can bring into your home and help both yourself and your loved ones manage stress using the tools from this program.
Maybe you can share with us one specific tool that they can actually use to de-stress.
Yeah, so within the program, there's 5 categories, and these are kind of 5 key categories for stress management in general, about starting the day in a positive, stress-free way. We wake up, that's putting our foot on the right side of the bed, as they say. The second area is boosting energy. So like how we can harness our inner energy and kind of make it through the day, the week in a stress-free way. Improving focus, because when we're focused, we tend to be centered, grounded, and reduce stress. Calming the mind. So when things get busy and anxious and chaotic, how we can calm our own mind and drown out the noise. And then connecting with others, because as this community of community shows, when we are a part of a community, when we feel connected to people, we feel better. That's a key stress management tool, is reaching out to others and feeling connected to like-minded individuals. So one of the key practices within this is called mindful eating. And I thought this was super appropriate since it's Thanksgiving week. And this is for teachers, but also for students and for anyone, that if we eat mindfully and we really slow down, we turn off the TV, we sit in a very distraction-free setting, and we really slowly examine and feel what we're eating. We taste the sensations, we think about what we are feeling, what we are hearing. In each bite, you think about kind of the sensation, the texture, the flavor, concentrating on swallowing and getting the sensation of the food going down your throat. And you can feel really grounded and grateful, both for the food that you're eating and the gift of being able to eat, but gratitude for nature for providing us with the food. And you feel more grounded and more appreciative for the experience of eating. So as we enter, this season of lots of eating, lots of sweets, lots of good food, even the practice of just taking those 5 minutes to mindfully enjoy what you're eating, that can be done in the classroom with students, right? Like snack time, teachers, and also our family and friends.
Yes, I also wanted to add color, because recently I bought, I love the color purple, although I'm not wearing purple right now. I bought this Ube Pancake. I don't know if you're familiar with ube. It's actually the purple potato.
Okay, like a yam?
Yeah. Like yam.
Okay.
And then they sell this powder for pancakes, like pancake mix, and it's purple. And I'm just delighted to be eating
purple
pancakes that's purple. And then they have syrup. And then there's some restaurants who actually serve food that are purple. Yeah, so I think that's one thing, like, whatever delights you or whatever makes you happy, it's a de-stress itself. So color purple, I know a lot of Filipinos like purple.
Well, as you're enjoying any of your purple foods, and really taking the time to be mindful of the beautiful color, the shape, the smell, the texture, all of it. That is one really easy tool that we all can add to our toolkit, especially this week. And maybe during your Thanksgiving meal or any family meal you're having, to encourage others or lead your whole table in 5 minutes of really mindful eating.
Yeah, so I'm glad that we are having this broadcast tonight, because it's so timely that we can prepare you for Thanksgiving. So tonight is Monday, and you have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is already Thanksgiving. So think about that mindful eating. And thank you, Megan, for sharing this information to our listeners out there. So I know we have a lot of different topics. You started off with focus, like before, start positive, and I guess we can go through the topics that you have mentioned earlier.
Yeah. So as part of the De-Stress Monday at School program, we like to, because teachers tend to think of things in lesson plans and part of the day, we kind of broke it down in that way. But yeah, starting the day is on a Monday we're already at the evening on Monday, but starting any day with a few moments of deep breathing, maybe a yoga pose, a stretch. We're not talking about a 20-minute commitment, just a few quiet seconds, even if that means setting your alarm 5 minutes earlier to get that quiet time for yourself. That's the kind of self-care, stress management practice and behavior change that can help both you and your whole family, because you're a more calm leader for either your classroom or for your household. And then boosting energy. I don't know about you, Mary Life, but if you add a little tiny dance break, I mean, you don't think about that as stress management, right? But you put on one good song, and, you know, you just kind of shake it for 3 minutes, you really do feel the endorphins, the adrenaline. You feel good. Good music feels good. So a little dance break is actually another tool in your stress management toolkit.
Yeah, I wanted to take a step back when you're saying start with your morning. I do devotional. So when I wake up, I always wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I do my devotion. I had this 365 days of the Bible. So every day there's like the devotion. I really like the that devotion. I'm gonna go grab it. Hold on.
Okay.
This show is very impromptu, so here you go.
While you were waiting, I Googled quickly. I want to see where I can get this pancake. If I can get this purple pancake mix, and it turns out Trader Joe's sells it. So I am going to go get it, and I'm going to make myself some purple pancakes, and I'll report back, because I've never heard of this, but I'm fascinated now. So I'm going to get it.
It's really good, and the ube syrup is too rich for me, so I just use the regular syrup. Yeah. And so I think little things like that that delight you. You know, those who like the color purple. And then I ran, and I have this 1 year, and you can see it's all tattered already. But every day there's a preview of what the Bible verse is about. And then you read the Bible verse, and then on the left side is a personal application. And it only takes me 5 minutes, really. Look at it, very short. Look at the Bible verse and then the application. And I think for those who are strong in their faith, it really is helpful. I truly believe in the mind, body, and spirit. You can't separate the mind and the body and spirit of a person. So I think starting off with that is a good thing, you know, and focusing on the positive of things, right? Because that Murphy's Law, if you think something's going to go wrong, it is going to go wrong, because you're already focusing on what's going wrong. Okay.
And to your point about you can't separate the mind, body, and spirit. Even in the literature, we do know that stress actually has impacts on your physical health. I mean, so being stressed or overwhelmed, the power of the mind can actually manifest itself in worse health outcomes. So it's we think of like, we would go, if your leg was broken, you would go to a doctor, right? Because you would need a cast and you would get better and you do physical therapy. Well, if you're stressed and overwhelmed and feeling like, you know, busy mind, that's also something that you should address, you know, and in a clinical way is with a doctor, but there are certain tools that you can do yourself to manage your own stress and feelings of kind of overwhelmness during this season.
And in the medical field, and I'm glad that you mentioned that about stress that affects the body. And in the medical field, we know that if you are stressed, your blood sugar is going to go up. Especially if you have been diagnosed with diabetes, stress can contribute with elevated blood sugar. It also can contribute if you already have infection, it will contribute to a delayed healing process, connecting to that increased sugar in your blood. And also it releases some hormones that can impede with the healing process. So I'm glad that you mentioned that effects of your stress on your body and your health.
And how appropriate during National Diabetes Month. Yes. And we talk about that, right?
Yes. And also you mentioned about dancing, and, you know, I live in a 55 plus community, and we started a ukulele and hula club. So every Sunday at 3 to 4, we just dance hula. We're not professional, but we follow the YouTube, and we just dance basic hula. We were practicing the Hukilao song. And then after that, we do our ukulele. You know, those who have played guitar before can easily follow the ukulele. Anything that anything that you enjoy, you know, and that takes away your mind from what it is that's making you stressed out, right?
And it's really important that you say do what you enjoy. That's part of the De-Stress Monday the entire portfolio of things, and you can go on our website and look through all sorts of articles, because there's something for everyone. And even in the De-Stress Monday at School program, that over 10 weeks, teachers or parents or students, they learn 20 different things they can do for stress management. We talked about mindful eating, dance break, deep breathing. You know what's another really, really fun one? Coloring. Coloring is stress management. And so if you can mindfully color and just take a few minutes to really enjoy the process of coloring on doodling, coloring on a sheet. So find what you like to do and that works for you. There's so many things out there that you can do.
It's not only for children, because I know in Amazon, I bought 2 books for adult coloring.
Oh yeah, they make beautiful coloring books now, and they're really interesting. It is certainly not just for children.
Yes. And we mentioned about connecting with others. Mm-hmm. You know, we human beings are created to mingle and socialize with other people, and that belongingness, you know, that's why we have this student nurse association for the nursing program, so that in addition to their studies and learning how to be a professional nurse, they also have a chance to be part of a club or an organization, even beyond the school, our own school. So I think that it's important for us to connect with others, right?
Absolutely. And one way that we also can, in addition to being in person and connecting with others in professional societies, one of the practices within that kind of category with connecting to others is called a kindness garden, or random acts of kindness. So certainly anyone can do random acts of kindness for anybody, whether you know them or not. And therefore you're building connections either with people you love or people, maybe just a stranger behind you in line at Starbucks, right? Like you can do random act of kindness and you're giving to others, but in that moment, you're also giving to yourself. The kindness garden is something that families can do. And and you can do it in your classroom too, but it's a really fun activity that is part of larger stress management. Is if on a piece of paper, you draw like a little garden outline, like you plant a bed, you know, like for carrots or strawberries or tomatoes or whatever. And you just track the acts of kindness that either you observe other people doing and you plant them in your garden. You know, you write them down, and hopefully by the end of the month, or maybe 6 months or the end of the year, you can look and reflect on the garden of wonderful good deeds that you've seen or done as a family. And what a wonderful, especially this time of year, what a wonderful way to reflect and be grateful for the ability to do nice things for other people.
You just gave me a great idea. I'm about to teach a class in the first week of December, and I think the kindness garden is a good one. You can actually, through the duration of the class, maybe those butcher paper on the wall, and then give them like the
Post-it notes,
the sticky notes,
yep.
And just put in what somebody did and acknowledge, and then look at it at the end of the class. Wow, you know, look at how our kindness garden had grown. Yeah, I think that's a great idea. Wow.
Yeah, it's such a simple thing that we don't, you know, we all do nice things, I like to think, for other people. But to acknowledge it and to recognize and reflect on it is all part of feeling, even just talking about it, I feel less stressed.
Yes.
So
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's really powerful.
Yeah. And I think just to, for our listeners out there, our program is not only relating to you like medical information, medical diagnosis. We have people coming in with update about COVID. And I think this is really refreshing that we have Megan Crowley with us to bring us down to the basics on how we can de-stress on Monday or any day, and how you can keep yourself healthy. That's our mission and vision, is to help you keep yourself healthy.
And as Mary Life started this conversation with about once a teacher, always a teacher, I feel like the nursing community, in addition to caring for others, you're also teaching others how to be healthy and improve their own health outcomes, even just in your interaction. So if any of these tools feel like you could translate them onto your patients and let them know ways that they can de-stress, that's another gift that you can put in your kindness garden, the gift of tools to be healthy. I feel like what is the saying? You teach a man you give a man a fish and he eats for a day. You teach him how to fish and he eats for a lifetime. I feel like that's applicable to some of these skills that we're trying to teach you all. And then hopefully you all bring it to the people in your life.
Yes, and just I think we go back to connecting with others. Even you mentioned about even there are strangers, like you're walking down the street. If I see something purple or catch my eye, I would say, "Oh, that's a beautiful purple outfit." And I would say, "Purple is my favorite color." And the lady would light up and go, "Oh, me too," And then she would look at my cover of my phone and it's purple. So right there, you gain a new friend, a new acquaintance, and that belongingness again, as I mentioned, human beings, we're created to socialize, and we will perish if we are by ourselves. Again, the saying, "No man is an island." So, especially during this COVID pandemic, we were confined in our homes, and now we're slowly being able to go out. But still be careful because we're not safe yet.
Right.
Follow the CDC guidelines, get vaccinated if you're not vaccinated yet. And I got my booster actually, and
I'm signed up to get my booster in 2 weeks.
Yeah, hey, so we're trying to put in all the other information that we can in our broadcast to help you keep yourself healthy. I'm looking at our list here and talk about, how do we stay calm?
Oh, well, if I had the full solution to that, I would change the world. But for this purposes, so I already talked about coloring, which is a calming technique.
Yes.
Deep breathing is also a very easy calming technique. And actually, I'm going to pull something up for you while I'm talking, but deep breathing is very simple. It sounds like a yogi term that maybe I don't know how to do it, but it's so simple. I'm going to show you something. Is it okay if I share my screen?
Yeah, sure, please.
Okay. Let me just going
I think you should be able to share it.
Okay. So sometimes it's as simple as, I'm showing you something from our website, so you're able to access this too.
There you go.
Sometimes it's as simple as looking at a shape and breathing in with the shape and out with the shape. So I'm going to center on this middle one. And as simple as breathing in and breathing out. That is a stress management practice that anyone can do anywhere. You can just on your phone while you're on the bus commuting to work. You can do it in bed in the morning. You can do it while you're standing in the kitchen waiting for your coffee to brew, anywhere. So if you want to access some of these are all available on our website. But as simple as breathing in.
I like that one. It's purple.
Yeah, isn't that? Oh, it's purple. That's why you like it. And I found the purple one. I should have started with that one.
Yeah, and I think for the medical aspect of it, when you breathe in, you're breathing in oxygen, and our brain needs oxygen. And when you breathe out, it gets rid of the carbon dioxide that we don't need. And you're giving the carbon dioxide to the plants around you. And then you breathe in again, and it opens up the bronchioles of your lungs, because our lungs are like trees. And then you have your branches, which are the bronchioles. And when you breathe in, it opens up really the bronchioles, and then get rid of that excess fluids in your body, and then oxygenate your body as well. So there's always this rationale and explanation of why is it calming me, because you're getting more oxygen, and then you can think better because your brain needs oxygen, all your organs needs oxygen. So wow, we covered a lot. Time flies when we're having fun. That's my cue. So Megan, can you share with our listeners out there one word of wisdom related to de-stressing?
Wow, that's a really good question.
There's too many of them, right?
Yeah, there's too many. I think what I would say is think small. I feel sometimes when it comes to health information, self-care, even trying to eat healthier or exercise, we always go to the extremes, run a marathon or, cut out sugar, or just like really extreme behaviors, do yoga, right? Just think small. That 5-second deep breathing was enough to calm me, coloring for 3 minutes. Think small acts of stress management, small acts of self-care go a long way, especially when you do it on a Monday and you start your week off fresh. So think small, take the pressure off. Just little small changes can lead to big outcomes.
Wow, excellent advice and great wisdom, words of wisdom. I was thinking like, what else can Aroma therapy. I like those candles with so
smell is
I remember is I have one right now.
Smell is a really, when we talked about mindful eating, smell, enjoying and really savoring in the smell of what you're eating. This week there's going to be a lot of aromas in the house between your Aroma Therapy candle, all the food. So it's going to be a wonderful smelling week.
Yeah, they have this pumpkin spice candle that they have. I was going to Walmart last time and go, oh, this would be good for Thanksgiving, right? Mm-hmm. Wow, again, my cue again. Time flies when we're having fun. It's been a pleasure talking stories with you, Megan, and thank you so much for sharing all of these tips to our listeners out there. And this is not only for teachers and students, and this is for everyone. Mm-hmm. Everyone can benefit on this one.
At the end of the day, we're all teachers. We're all teaching someone something, right?
Yes. We're always learning. We're lifelong learners, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So our listeners out there, I hope you benefit from tonight's broadcast. So remember, every Monday is a healthy Monday. Aloha.
The Asian American Pacific Islander Nurses Association of Nevada has just brought you Healthy Mondays with AAPINA of Nevada.
Just like a friend from back home. This is your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV.